Several new developments in South suburban Dolton today. First, the state comptroller has suspended some payments to the village because it has failed to follow the law by providing financial reports.
You could feel the anger tonight at a Board of Trustees meeting in Thornton Township. The board and citizens looking for accountability to their finances, while the township supervisor.
Have you ever seen a political career spiral out of control quite like this? Tiffany Henyard, the once powerful mayor of Dolton, Illinois, is now teetering on the brink of disaster. It's like watching a soap opera unfold in real life, complete with corruption, scandal, and betrayal. Every day, a new rumor surfaces about her questionable actions, and her support base seems to be crumbling faster than ever. From alleged misuse of public funds to shocking betrayals by her closest allies, it seems like Henyard is caught in a downward spiral that might just end with her behind bars. But how did it all get to this point? Let's dive into the murky waters of Dolton politics and find out.
Is there a motion to terminate Keith Freeman?
First, let's talk about the latest rumors swirling around Mayor Henyard. It seems that every day there's a new bombshell dropping about her alleged misconduct. Recently, attention has turned to a charity she supposedly founded, the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. The foundation, purportedly set up to support cancer patients, has been at the center of a swirling storm of controversy. Tiffany Henyard has been accused of using the charity as a front to funnel money into her own pockets. According to some reports, she even denied having anything to do with the charity at one point, claiming, "I don't have a foundation. If someone uses my name to push their charity, that's not my doing." But then, just as quickly, she was caught on camera passionately defending the work of the very same charity. Talk about a flip-flop. It's no wonder people are starting to question what's really going on behind the scenes.
Who would make a one-day purchase of over $40,000 to Amazon? And the main thing is, what is it?
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's not forget about Louis Lacey, the deputy police chief who's been indicted on charges of bankruptcy fraud. Lacey, a known ally of Henyard, was accused of concealing assets and lying under oath to avoid paying creditors. His 9-count indictment has rocked Dolton, especially given Lacey's close ties to the mayor. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Lacey's lawyer has hinted that his client might be willing to turn on Henyard to save himself. They're going after certain people in the village to see who's going to turn on the mayor, the lawyer said. If Lacey decides to spill the beans, who knows what other skeletons might come tumbling out of Henyard's closet.
One way that the government always does it is to go and investigate people around her, and that's what they're doing here.
In fact, Lacey's indictment is just one of many legal troubles facing Henyard and her administration. The FBI is already digging deep into Dolton's finances, with rumors of a wide-ranging corruption probe that could lead to more indictments. Federal subpoenas have been issued for employment records, personnel files, and financial documents linked to Henyard and her closest associates. It's like the walls are closing in, and Henyard is desperately trying to keep her head above water. But with each passing day, it seems like another ally turns against her, another scandal erupts, and another nail is hammered into the coffin of her political career.
An illegal appointment, that's what the trustees I talked to are calling this. They say the news took them by surprise, and now they're talking to legal counsel to figure out their next steps.
To understand how things got so bad, we have to rewind a bit. Tiffany Henyard's rise to power was nothing short of meteoric. She first made waves in Dolton politics as a trustee, gaining a reputation for her aggressive style and ambitious nature. She was a natural at self-promotion, plastering her face on billboards and turning every public event into a showcase for her brand. She even boasted about using a golden microphone at meetings, a symbol of her self-proclaimed status as Dolton's super mayor. But beneath the flashy exterior, Henyard was already sowing the seeds of her own downfall.
I think you should pay everybody. Is there a reason why you guys are not paying whatever that vendor is?
What was it for?
It was for shirts. That's what it's for. You just got it.
From the moment she took office as mayor in 2021, Henyard's tenure has been plagued by allegations of corruption and abuse of power. Residents have accused her of using taxpayer money like her own personal piggy bank, splurging on lavish trips, fine dining, and luxury hotels. One trip to Atlanta, for instance, saw her and her entourage staying at the Four Seasons, racking up a bill of over $9,000 all on the taxpayer's dime. And that's just the beginning. Reports suggest that in just 5 months, Henyard's administration charged a whopping $67,000 on township credit cards for trips to places like Portland, Austin, and New York City. Meanwhile, Dolton's finances have been spiraling into chaos, with the village's once healthy surplus turning into millions of dollars in debt.
Coming in, unfortunately, we knew it was going to be a little messy, but it's just something we felt important that had to be done, that should be done. But like I said, you have just some accountability.
But it's not just the money. Henyard has also been accused of using her position to manipulate and intimidate those around her. Take the case of Carmen Carlisle, a former ally-turned-whistleblower. Carlisle recently broke her silence to accuse Henyard of unethical and predatory behavior throughout her tenure. In a scathing statement, she described how Henyard manipulated employees, vendors, and residents, using her position to increase her influence, all while projecting a false image of success. Carlisle's revelations have only added fuel to the fire, painting a picture of a leader who is willing to do anything to maintain her grip on power.
Terminate his employment. I don't believe that is legally correct. That's just not the way municipalities operate, right?
And then there's the alleged abuse of power within the Dolton Police Department. Henyard has been accused of using the police force to go after her political enemies and critics. Some even claim that she ordered police raids on the homes of those who dared to oppose her. It's no wonder that she's been dubbed the Dolton dictator by some of her fiercest critics. As if that wasn't enough, a former Dolton police chief has come forward to blow the whistle on Henyard's alleged misuse of resources, revealing how she racked up thousands of dollars in overtime costs by deploying officers for her own personal security and other questionable activities.
We needed those officers to be on the street fighting crime. And instead, we have several officers that are riding around protecting America.
The situation has become so dire that the Illinois comptroller has stepped in, freezing payments to the village of Dolton due to Henyard's refusal to comply with state laws regarding financial transparency. Comptroller Susana Mendoza didn't mince words, saying, "If Mayor Henyard refuses to follow state law, my office will use the tools at our disposal to safeguard the interests of Dolton citizens." Mendoza's actions are unprecedented and underscore just how far Henyard has fallen from grace. But Henyard isn't going down without a fight. In response to the mounting pressure, she's been lashing out at her critics, calling special meetings to try and reassert her control. She's even accused her detractors of launching a smear campaign to oust a strong black female politician. Yet, even as she tries to spin the narrative in her favor, it's becoming increasingly clear that Henyard's days in power are numbered. Her once solid base of support has crumbled, with more and more people coming forward to speak out against her. Even her most loyal allies, like Lacey and her longtime aide Keith Freeman, seem to be turning their backs on her as the noose tightens.
All saying, no, he's not employed by us. So you have got just this gyration.
It's a classic case of hubris and self-interest leading to one's own downfall. Henyard's story is a cautionary tale about what happens when power goes unchecked and when a leader becomes more concerned with self-preservation than serving the people who elected her. Her relentless pursuit of personal gain has left Dolton in financial ruin, with the village's general fund now in a deficit of over $3.65 million, down from a $5.61 million surplus just 2 years ago. How does one squander nearly $10 million in such a short time? That's a question that many Dolton residents are asking, and one that Henyard has yet to answer. As if all this wasn't enough, there are even darker rumors circulating about Henyard's time in office. Some allege that she's been involved in cover-ups of serious crimes committed by her allies. There's talk of a scandal involving assault during a trip to Las Vegas, where one of Henyard's close associates allegedly assaulted a subordinate. The alleged victim claims that after speaking out, they were fired in retaliation. Henyard's response? Denial and deflection, as usual. But the whispers are growing louder, and it seems like only a matter of time before the truth comes out.
So that's one of the reasons I vote no when we go through our board packets. It's like, some of this stuff, it's like you don't know exactly what it's for, and then when you ask a question, there's no answer.
The irony is palpable. Tiffany Henyard, who once seemed invincible, now looks like a leader on the verge of losing everything. Her story has all the makings of a Shakespearean tragedy, complete with betrayal, hubris, and a dramatic fall from power. The very tools she used to climb to the top, manipulation, intimidation, and a relentless pursuit of power, are now the ones threatening to bring her down.
Hey guys, this is Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the People's Mayor and People's Supervisor.
And let's not forget the small town she's left in her wake. Dolton, a village of just over 20,000 residents, is now struggling under the weight of her leadership. Public services are reportedly in disarray, the police department is embroiled in scandal, and the village's finances are a mess. Residents are frustrated, angry, and demanding answers. They want to know how things got so bad, and they're looking to Henyard for accountability. But so far, she's offered nothing but excuses and deflection. So where does Tiffany Henyard go from here? It's hard to say. Some speculate that she'll try to cling to power for as long as she can, using every trick in the book to delay the inevitable. Others think she might cut a deal with prosecutors to avoid a lengthy prison sentence. Whatever happens, one thing is clear: the drama in Dolton is far from over. With every new development, every new scandal, Henyard's position becomes more precarious. And the question on everyone's mind is, how much longer can she hold on?
Sometimes we get invoices, but those invoices lead to more questions, and sometimes we don't get questions, answers to those questions. And so it's not about clickbait, it's about just making sure the right thing is.
One thing's for sure, Tiffany Henyard's story is one for the history books, a stark reminder of how quickly things can change in the world of politics. Just a few years ago, she was on top of the world, a rising star in Illinois politics. Now, she's a cautionary tale, a symbol of everything that can go wrong when power is abused. And as the rumors continue to swirl and the investigations close in, it seems like it's only a matter of time before she's forced to face the music. Will she go down fighting, or will she finally accept her fate? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the saga of Tiffany Henyard is far from over. Stay tuned, because this story is still unfolding and there's no telling what will happen next. What do you think? Will Tiffany Henyard manage to escape the legal and political storm swirling around her? Or is it just a matter of time before she faces the consequences of her actions? Could there be even more hidden scandals waiting to come to light? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned and keep questioning.